Okay, also, I'm just gonna be honest that today's video is not gonna be very funny. So here's the thing, Disney Channel has decided to introduce some openly gay characters into one of their television shows, Good Luck Charlie. And the internet is abuzz with such information. I don't know anything about Good Luck Charlie. I've never watched the show. I had honestly never even heard of it up until this moment. But I was researching a little bit of the storyline and the plot. Basically, Disney doesn't make a big deal about these characters at all. It's literally just the child is having a play date with some other kid, and the parents happen to be two moms, and no mention of it is spoken. It seems to come across as old hat, second nature, this is normal. Fucking parents. Fucking done with people. So 1 Million Moms, who is not actually comprised of a million moms, who successfully boycotted JCPenney and got Ellen DeGeneres kicked out from their organization. Oh wait. Those bitches, they're making a big ol' stink about this episode, quoted saying, "This is the last place a parent would expect their child to be confronted with topics that are too difficult for them to understand. Mature issues of this nature are being introduced too early and too soon, and it is extremely unnecessary." Well, fuck. Looks like we might actually have to be fucking parents. I don't understand what is wrong with modern parents, that they don't want to tell their children anything. They just want them to grow up in the same bubble of stupid that they currently reside in. These people make me so angry. They're saying that kids can't understand these mature concepts, but the thing is that kids don't understand love in any form, in any context, at any time in their young age, because they don't have a gauge for it. There's no like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is love and this is not love. They have no gauge, no sensor for it. There's no way for them to tell what is love. They see something and it is. Kids don't understand most high functioning things. If you tell a kid that the dog has to go and do a tap dance, they're gonna be like, well, of course the dog has to go do a tap dance. Kids just don't comprehend things that we as adults can logically parse through. Love being one of those big things. Kids understand love in the form of, I'm crying and I'm sad, so my mom comes and brings me my teddy bear. Beyond that, they don't get love. Saying that introducing two parents onto a television show who happen to both be women is too complex for a child to understand. They don't get it if it's two moms, two dads, two monkeys, or two panda bears. To a kid, it's just like, well, of course, that's the way that it is. When you introduce two moms as parents, the kids literally are not gonna be thinking about anything, and maybe that's your job as a fucking parent, to tell your kid to mind their damn business as they're growing up, that there are people that are different than them. Being different is not bad. Just because something is different doesn't mean that it's harmful. And again, it's your job as a parent to explain things to your kid. If you don't like something, then tell them, hey, this is my worldview, and I don't like this thing. But don't just be like, well, kids don't understand it, so they shouldn't be exposed to it, because that's bullshit. Great if you have a belief style and a belief system, but don't be so close-minded that you shut everything out, because we are not in this box world where things don't happen. You can't just shut yourself in and pretend like nothing exists. It makes me sad that because this show has introduced this topic that now parents have to do their job and talk to their kids and explain something. And it makes me so sad that these kids have to grow up with these idiots who don't know how to raise them. It also really disturbs me that someone would say that being gay is unnatural. You know what I think is unnatural? Putting your kids on a leash because you're such a fucking bad parent that you can't control them, that you need to put them on a leash like an animal. I think that's unnatural and disturbing. Loving someone unconditionally, it doesn't matter if they're a boy or a girl and you're a boy or a girl. You love them to no end, and that ultimately is what people want when they get into a relationship. And a lot of the comments that I've read on the internet are saying that gay people are only pushing this agenda, and that all that they're about is sex, and it's not the case, because the goal is to be with someone. It's partnership, and that there are people that think that you can only be one way is so close-minded and so stupid, and it just makes me so sad that the world is changing and the world is shifting, but history is basically repeating itself with racist America, racist white America, that everyone was just so hateful towards African Americans and black people, even though the world was changing, the laws were changing, and the dynamic was completely different. And then there were all these people who just hated them so much, and it just makes me sad that the world cannot just grow, and that people cannot just move past something with logic and poise and elegance and just say, you know what, I don't agree with this, but that's where the world's going and I can't do anything about it, because that's progress and that's how things go. I really am, I applaud Disney with all of my heart that they decided to make this move. It just makes me so sad and it's so disheartening that the world can be changing and the world can be progressing, and then there are people who are stuck in the backwaters who don't want to move forward and don't want change to happen and clench to their beliefs so hard that they don't let progress happen. And I feel like what's going to end up happening is that Disney's going to pull this episode, and stuff like this isn't going to happen, and other networks that appeal to kids are going to stay away from this topic because they won't want the backlash. And I'm really hoping that Disney sticks its ground and just says, you know what, this is how it is, and introduces an entire television show on the kids network that revolves around gay people, just to be like, you know what, this is where it's going and y'all need to deal with it, because there are a lot worse things than being gay. And it's interesting to me that a lot of people who say that being gay is wrong are the same people who will go to church on Sunday and will read their Bible, but then will get trashed drunk, and then will curse at people while they're driving, and they'll have affairs on their spouses, and then they'll get divorces, and they'll hurt their kids, and they'll do all these things, but homosexuality is the wrong thing. And it's just funny how the grocery shopping happens, and it's sad and disheartening, and it really pushes people away from the true message of God, which is to love people as you love yourself, and to love them even more than that. And it's just sad because I feel like what's happened with the message of Jesus is not being conveyed right, and I wish that there was a way that people could get that without getting all of the bad, if that makes sense. But anyways, that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry about that rant. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.